Welcome everyone. This is session 9 of session 10, and in this session we're going to talk about XMLA, and this is mostly like a introductory chapter for XMLA, and I believe this will give you a kickstart of using XMLA. And very short and quick agenda. We're going to talk about what is XMLA, why it is important, create a SQL job to take a SSS backup, database backup, create a SQL job to process a SSS database. Often we need process the database, SSS database, and we may need by frequently after processing the ETL. So we need a automation of the processing the SSS database. Then create a SQL job to process a dimension, for example. So we'll give you a sample account dimension, process the account dimension, get a database schema, and cube information from XMLA. Now XMLA, whatever the things that you covered would be very simple. It's very straightforward and simple and easy to use. Okay, so nothing very tough. Okay, so first, what is XMLA? XML stands for XML for analysis. Okay, or abbreviated as XMLA, is an industry standard for data access in analytical systems. Now, what is it mean by industry standard? It's not only Microsoft; it is in Hyperion and SAS. They are the founder members. So it's not only for Microsoft, for everybody. I mean, whoever use the MDX or analysis services. So Microsoft SQL Server Analysis Services used XMLA for analysis, XML for analysis protocol to handle all communication between the client application and analysis services. Okay. So with that, let's start our demonstration. First demonstration, we're going to create a SQL job to take SSS database backup. Okay, so we are going to if you see carefully, we said we're going to create a SQL job, and SQL job is in database engine, right? So first we'll connect to analysis services. Our server is K2 by K2, K2/K2. Okay, so new query, just to make sure have all connected. Good. Okay, so this is the normally we write the MDX query, but I want to be careful on this. To XMLA, you'll connect from this window, not from this window. Okay, from this window. If you click here, you'll see nothing. Okay, if you click here, you'll see backup. So you can do backup. Okay, and so this is our backup file, and say we want to have a C:/ backup directory / and the contoso.abf. Okay, allow files to overwrite. Okay, we don't want to do the compression, we don't want to encrypt the file. Fine. So this is the database, this is a file. Now we can click, still it will start doing the backing up. But our goal is to not to take a backup, but create a SQL job, right? Create a SQL job too. So we need a script for this backup, right? And okay, we need a script for this backup, and that script can be, that script would be XML script. Okay, so I want to, so instead of clicking OK, I click here script and say script action to new query window and click here, and you'll see the new query window open, and it cut and paste basically the query, XML query. Cancel, then you'll see the XML query. Now this is, remember, this is XML query.xmla. This is not MDX. Okay, see the look of MDX is different. It have a cube and everything, and XMLA doesn't have that. So that's the script. Now simple is, we can go to my computer. I don't know if I have a backup directory. Yes, I have a backup directory, and say I want to delete this. This is my last one I tested. So this is the C backup directory, and if you do F5, it's going to take the backup. Okay, it's executing the query. This is XML query. Okay, backup started. We should see something. It's not done yet. Okay, so this is done. So now we have a backup directory, we have a backup file, ABF file, right? So we took a backup. Now question is how we run this one as a job. So we want to take the backup every night, for example. So what we do normally, basically copy this XMLA, and we're going to create a job. Okay, so we go to a database engine. I don't know, I may already have some jobs created. Yeah, so I'm going to delete those. Okay, I'm going to delete those. Okay, so we don't have any jobs. Jobs would be new job, and name is, say we wanted to backup, and the Conteso DW. Okay, that's our name of the process, name of the job. And the step name, what we did is, so this is the job we created. Then you go to steps, and we click on new steps, and new step is, say, run XMLA for backup. Okay, for backup. Okay, so this is not a SQL. This analysis services command. Okay, and run as a SQL Server Agent service. That's good. K2/K2, that's our server. Okay, this analysis server, and that's our script for backing up, right? And click OK. And next is schedules. We can schedule for every night 9 p.m. Okay, so every night 9 p.m. Okay, that's cool. Good. And if you look at the backing up, the time is 10:50 a.m. 10:23, and now it is 10:53. Now if we did a override, so if I start the job, it should overwrite the existing backup. Should not take more than a minute. Okay. It's taking a little bit time. Okay, done. So that's done. If we go to our backup, we should see 10:54. See, last time it was 10:50, so it's a new file. Override the file because we give the overwrite. Okay, so that's our backup. Okay, next so our next demonstration is to create SQL job. Create a SQL job to process SSS database, the contents of DW. I mean to say the contents of DW. It's the same and very, very simple. So what you do is we want to process the, so this is analysis service and this is a database, and if you click on the, you'll see the process, and so process and change settings, and you do the process affected objects normally. Okay, and this is a process full, so instead of clicking OK, that will start processing the SS database, we can do script. So that's a script, is nothing but XMLA. Okay, cancel because we don't want to process, and that's our process full, right? So first of all, I want to see what time this database process last processed in 10:21 8:04 a.m. right? That's our processing time, last processing time. So we're going to copy this and go to database engine. I just make sure that, okay, so this is our database engine. Okay, we connected to database engine, and this is my SQL job, SQL agent and jobs. So new job, and we want to call it process the contents of DW, right? Contents of DW steps, and we do run XMLA. Okay, and run a analysis services command, and this is good, and server name is k2/k2. okay, and command is, we just cut and paste command. This is the database, this is a process full, and this one. Okay, click OK. We don't have to schedule, just a okay, we can schedule as our convenient time, but okay. So we created the process, and if we start the job, it should process the analysis service database. Okay, okay, should not take like more than a minute. Okay, it's processing full, so it will take a little bit time because it's processing the complete database. Okay, taking a little bit more than what I was expecting. I don't pause the video right now, it's almost done, so maybe another 2-3 seconds. Okay. Okay, it should be done. Why is taking that much time? No idea. Okay, that's done. Okay, how much time it take? 2 minutes 32 seconds. Okay, a little bit more than what I was expecting. So anyway, this is our analysis service, right? So we saw the last process date was 10/21. Now it is right now 12/09. So that's the so we process the SS database. So as you said, you can do the process, we are doing the process full. Other options are, you must know all the other options. We have a process default and unprocessed when you select the database. Now you can do other processing like cubes, for example. So this is cube is this last processed because this is the time I processed the whole database. So now it is 12 and it is processed on 12/09, right? So we can do process and you have different options of the process data, process structure, process index, process incremental for this cube. And same thing you can do, I want to do all the process affected objects, and instead of processing you can create a script. Okay, cancel, and right now this is a cube ID. We are not processing the whole database. The cube ID is processed full. So this is 1213. If I do F5, they should start processing the cube but not the database. Okay, and you can cut and paste this code in a job. So you got the idea, right? You have XMLA, you can run XMLA accordingly. Now, more sophisticated way is that XMLA can be dynamic. For example, we have exercises for doing this. Like every night, if I take a backup of the SSS database, now you have to have a unique name. So you can manipulate the names on the database file names and everything, so that which solve your purpose, right? So basic idea is this is XMLA, and how to make it dynamic. I'm going to show you how to make a dynamic XMLA, and so it normally, okay, whole database took around 2 minutes 38 seconds. This should not take this much because only the cube, not the whole database. It's already 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, it's done. So now if you go to the operation properties, you'll see the last processed is 1215, but when you processed last time the database 1219, I believe, right? That's a 1219. So it didn't process the database, it processed only the cube. Okay, we can do as a process a dimension also. So that's our next demonstration. Okay, so next demonstration, create a SQL job. Create a SQL job. Okay, job to process dimension account. Process the dimension account. Okay, so idea is same, exactly same. So this is our analysis service, right? And again, do not open a MDX and not confuse with the window. This is the window we are talking about. And operation, okay, not the operation, dimensions, and this is the account, right? And again you have a process, select the process, and you have different options for the dimension. We'll do process full, for example, and again process affected objects, click OK. I mean, normally I do. That's the one, and that's it. And what we do now is script, and that should give us a script. Okay, we do cancel, and you can see what it is. It's a database ID contest or DW. That is dimension ID is account, and we are doing a process full, and write backup table creation, use existing. So that's the default. So what we do is Control A, copy, and you go to the, this is our database engine, and create another job, new job, process dimension account. So okay, steps, new, run XMLA, and it's a count, and K2 slash K2. Okay, and that's our database ID, this is our dimension ID, and that's it. We'll not schedule, we can schedule anytime. That's it. So right now, to verify this is working, we go to dimension and see what time this process lasts. It process lasts 12:07. That's, I believe, when you do the last database processing. So 10:23, 12:07. That's the time we process last. And if we process the account now, that's a process the account, and start the job. It should not take much time. Should be very fast. Okay, that was fast. So account dimension is processed. Now we'll go to analysis services, and if you look at this, this should be processed now 12:19. So this is processed in 12:19, right? If you go to the cube, that should be processed something 12:15, right? So what we did first process the database. That process is 12:09, I believe, 12:09. Okay, that process completes 12:09. So when the dimension, it was like 12:07 or something like that, right? Because we saw dimension processing was around 12:07. Okay, so that's a 12:07. Then we process the cube, and that cube is processed in 12:15, right? So it's good. And then we process the account, which is 12:19, right? Okay, so that looks good. Okay, next. Okay, same steps. So our next demonstration is to get database schema and cube information using XMLA. Okay, so we're going to open a, so this is our database engine, this is analysis service, and this is the XMLA, or you can do this way, query, new query, DMX MDX XMLA. If you do MDX, it's going to connect to the MDX. Right? Okay, so you can do here new query XMLA. We want to do XMLA. You should be very, very clear. You cannot type the XMLA here. Okay, so so here we want to find what is our query? Get. So our query is what here? Okay, so our query is this is XMLA. So we cannot. The comment is a little different. So we did this to make a comment. Okay, so that's the comment, and we put this is a get database schema and cube information for the XMLA. So first tag is discover, and XML URN schemas dash Microsoft XML analysis. Okay, give me a little bit time, let me type it, and then I'm going to talk to you about that. Okay, I did a 2 colon here, it should be good. Okay, so this is a scheme. Actually, best way to just copy this one here. Okay, this seems good. So we want to discover, and what is the request type? Our request type, let me type it, I believe I did correctly, request type, and it is MD schema and cubes. Okay, we can make it in one line if we want. Okay, we don't have any restrictions. Okay, restrictions, and then we want to get the schema information for what? So we're going to get a properties. Okay, so properties, and we're going to the property list. Okay, and then we have a catalog. You may be wondering what exactly need to be done. I'm going to show you right now, so that hold on for a contoso DW. Basically we're saying that for this contoso DW, give me all schema information in cubes, and that's it. So you need to remember a little bit, but you can get the book online for detail of the XML, how exactly properties are nested into and everything. And F5 will give you all the, okay, something is problem, contoso. Okay, what can go wrong here? Is it request type, restriction, properties, property list? Okay, I don't see any issue. Okay, that could be one issue. This catalog we must enter in line here, so it is not matching. It is saying that database role doesn't exist. Database doesn't exist, so it seems like possibly. Okay, let's see if this is going to fix the issue. You know what I'm saying? The catalog, and there's this. I may enter some line. Okay, 5. Okay, so this is working now. So we got the schema information, and see all the schema information here. Schema name, cube name, and everything. This is the format, and then we have here the contents of DW, inventory, cube, and then you have IT machine. Those are, some of them are perspective, which are not cube, but you can treat as a cube. Okay, so operation, that's our the contents of DW, operation, schema update, last update, you know, all the info configurations. Okay. So that's the end of our demonstration, and we're in exercises. We have some exercises. I believe the XMLA, the goal of this session is to give you a kickstart of the XMLA, and it's not a complex, it's a straightforward, and you know. So first is create a SQL job to take a database backup. That is good. Take a SS database backup. We already did that. Now create a dynamic file, append date to the file name. Okay, so we just don't want to do the backups. Currently we did a backup for the contents of DW, I believe. So that's a file name. Now we want the file name should be like somewhat like this, you know, somewhat like 10/23/2011 and some time like 12:42 something. Okay, 42:31 seconds, something like that. Okay, so that this unique name, or as we run different backups, jobs runs different backups every night, it doesn't override the last night's backup. Okay, so that's the goal. So let's start with the first exercise. I just want to say one thing. Pause the video here and try to do this three exercise yourself. Let me explain all this, and so that you can pause the video. Create XMLA script to restore. Use the same technique as what I did. Try to do from the GUI and then create the script. XMLA script to delete the machine group from the cube operation. Okay, so idea would be, you know, do like a GUI and create the script. Look at the book online, try to find it out how you can do it. Research a little bit. That will make you more excited for this you know, exercise. Okay, so now pause your video and do the exercise yourself. Okay, I'll see you after when I come back. So welcome back. So we're trying to do the first exercise, which is create a SQL job to take the SSS database backup. Create a dynamic file. Okay, so first step is to create the script, database backup script. So this one, I'll just create a new query. Okay, now this is the database, and we try to do backup, and no compression, file overwrite, don't really care that much. Okay, script, we did a script. Okay, so that's the file. Now this location of the file is C backup and then the contents of DW, right? Okay, so this portion we need to change. From this portion we want to make it dynamic. right? So what portion we need to add a string here. So this is there. This is we want to add a get date, and we want to add a string here. Okay, good. So first string would be this one and this one plus, right? So this is one string. Our second string would be plus. So we're making a dynamic whole, everything we're making as a string. Okay, so that's plus. Okay, we have to make sure there's a space in the beginning of the every strings because we're concatenating the string. So this is good, and after that, okay, so this is the file name and this is the so idea is create a SSIS package, and this dynamic string we're going to pass as a SSIS, analysis service execute DDL task. Okay, so basically analysis service command. So that's our string, and next string is we don't want to give a space here because this is continuation of this files, right? So that's a here, and rest of the string I'm going to space, this space plus, and okay, so that's the one. Okay, so that seems good. Now this file, if we do a get date, let's see, select get date, it have a colon which is a keyword, right? So we want to replace these columns by dash. Okay, so that will be our replacement to not to get confused. So what I'm going to do is, so this is okay, it's toString. Okay, so we're going to replace, so this is a get date. So first thing we want to do is to SSIS we want to convert to a string. Okay, we want to convert to a string, so we want to take two things, convert this date to a string first. So we can do like this in SSIS WSTR 64-bit. 64 character, and so we can cast it to a string, and then we want to, so this will be fine. Now this is going to give you an error because this colon is a key. So what I'm going to do, replace from that string, whenever we find a colon, 2 dash. Okay, so that's the string. So this is the string we have. Now we are going to create a SSIS package. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, new, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just trying to find out what project name I gave in the training booklet, but I didn't mention the project name, I believe. So new project, integration services project, and let's call it my Contoso SSIS. That's a project name, and we're going to give the DTS package name. So that's the project SSIS package. Then we just rename this one to say SSIS DB backup. SSIS DB backup. Yes. So once we have this, we want to see the toolbox here. Okay, toolbox, and so we're going to drag and drop analysis service executed DDL task, and okay, and you can name it. Oh, let's name it GB backup. Okay, and so this is going to give you a run a XML script, but we need to find it, make the command, right? So what we do is you go to SSIS and variables. So we'll see the variables, and we create new variables. Okay, and this is scope is the whole package, and let's call the variable as backup script. Okay, and definitely it's a string, so instead of, let's say, string, then we're going to do evaluate expression. We want to evaluate the expression. Okay, and it's true, then the expression, we click on expression, and here we need to pass the value, pass the MDX, cut and paste the MDX. So what is our MDX? That's our, sorry, MDX I said, XMLA, right? So this is the XMLA, and what is my, so this variable, we assign a variable, and this is the expression. Now this should convert, if you see the, okay, it is giving some kind of error, invalid, might not be well formed. Okay, something is not right, so we'll start from the beginning. Okay, cancel. Okay, we'll say plus, just testing, I'm just testing. A is good at B, it should be giving me AB. That's good. So what we are doing wrong, this is good, this is good, we'll do halfway. Okay, we'll start with, okay, first of all we'll copy and paste here. Okay, we'll create a new query. So we saved the old one. Okay, this one. So here we're going to go why this is not okay, I don't know, it's giving a space or something like that. Okay, 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 this is not good. Okay, this maybe doesn't have a space. Okay, file, okay, should be good. Okay, okay, we'll just try with one simple 2 lines first. Something we did wrong, but let's see. Okay, let's see if okay, maybe it's because of this. So what do you do here is this one, there's 2 quotes. I missed that part of it. Let's see what it explains. Okay, now it's good. So I believe that's the problem. That's the issue. So we need here we escape character. Make sure that this is a double quote. Okay, let's see. Now I'm going to copy everything and see if okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, let's see what is the issue. Okay. We'll do one at a time. How's that? Okay, this is a black backslash, so we need a double character, double slash slash. Okay, we'll try this again. We did escape character, and if not, then we're going to do from the beginning. Okay, it's enough. We'll do first 2 lines, see if this is good or not. Okay, so first 2 line. Okay, these should be good. Okay, we're good with this. First 2 line is good. Next is this one. This one should be good, so we do next 2 line. Okay, so 2 line, 2 line. So we need to add a plus sign here and remove the plus sign from here. Let's see. Okay, it's working. 4 line is good. Okay, what is wrong with this? Okay, let's see. Next 2 line. So add a plus sign here. Next 2 line, remove the plus sign, last plus sign, right? Okay, now this is the problem. What is happening? Okay, let's see if this line is the problem. Okay, this is the issue. Issue is here. Okay, so what is the issue? We had a replace. Don't worry about replace yet. Say, so we have a get date and convert it to string. This should be good. Okay, not be well formed. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm doing a mistake. Okay, so this converts actually. There's no comma there. Okay. Get date. We need to missing a parenthesis. Okay, now it's working. So this is the parenthesis missing and everything. So basically it's the same thing. Let's see if I'm not correct. So this whole thing only missing is this parenthesis should not be here. This need escape characters, and this needs escape, right? Okay, so this should be working. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit of string. Let's see if this works. Okay, this works. So we did a couple of mistakes actually. I did a couple of mistakes. One is I did for every double quote you need a escape because you have a escape. Second is this escape to create, this is not escape, so we need double escape here. Third is the string conversion. This is the casting, right? So there's no comma in between, so I was doing mistakenly that. So once we have that, we have a string, we have a db script string is there now. Okay, so now it is simple. What you have to do is double click DDL instead of, okay, we need to create a connection first. Okay, so new connection, and okay, edit. So new connection, edit, and we know the server name is, okay, not that one, connection server file name. Okay, so k2 slash k2 should be the server name. Windows authentic test connection. Okay, test succeeded, so we did. Okay, so that's our connection. And source, we created this backup script here, right? So it's not a direct input from the variable. Now which is the variable? That's a backup script. So what is will happen is this, he is trying to create a script. Okay, he's trying to what's that, run this script, this analysis service. So we can run here and it's going to directly take a backup. So here's the backup directory we have. We just change it. Let me delete it. Okay, so run it. Not okay. It's taking a little bit of time. Okay, so it's done. If you look at the backup, you'll see a backup file, and which is like all date time concatenated. Okay, so okay, so our SS package looks good. Okay, we can stop, sorry. And then we can build a rebuild. And okay, this is our location actually. Okay, this is our location of the package. So what we're going to do is, now we're going to create a SSIS package, job. So new job, let's say backup backup SSIS database, SS database, backup SSDB, unique file name, say, okay, with unique file name. So that's the name of the job. Steps new. Now this time run SSIS package, right? So SSIS package, then go and run the XMLA. So here this is a SSIS package, and where is my SQL Server Integration Service package? Okay, and this is located in a file directory, so it's a file system, and we're going to grab the file system. Now where is the file system? It's, I believe, users, scheme, documents, users, scheme, documents. What's my documents? Not sure. Visual Studio 2008 projects. Okay, this is the file. Okay, we got that. This is the package. Okay, so we got the SSIS package, and that's it. Then you can schedule whenever you want. And for right now, we saw this is the file exist, and it ran around 1356. Now it's 202. This is like a 156, and if we run it again, we should see another file. This will not overwrite. So we have now the unique file. Okay. It should not take much time. Okay. Okay, it's done. So okay, so if we go to the backup directory, you'll see two files. Definitely, that's in 1402. This is 1356, right? Now our next query is to what is our next query? Okay, we want to restore a database, right? Create a XMLA script to restore the SS database from the backup file. That should be very, very simple. Now these are database if we want to restore, and restore should not be browse the file. Let's browse the file. Okay, we cannot do this, and this is the browse file. Okay, and then our backup file name is, say, this one, .abf, So dot abf, okay, security information is okay. Restore is the database, the Contoso DW, and okay, so now we can do the script, generate the script. Okay, cancel. You'll see the very simple saying the restore, this is the file, and this is the database name. If we say F5, this should be able to restore. Oh. Okay, what is the backup error? Is the restore name because object is already okay. We didn't say overwrite. Let's see. I'm just going to go this one. Something is wrong when we create the restore. Okay, we didn't click here. Okay, see. Okay, and the Contoso DW, that's the database name. Script, okay, cancel. So now it says override is true. Okay, F5, that should give us a restore database. Okay, okay. It will take a little bit time. Okay, it's done. So that's our access number 2, right? Now third exercise is create XMLA script to delete measure group IT machine from the cube. Now this, if we delete this is going to it will be issue with the processing the cube versus the database. But we can I was just trying to demonstrate to XMLA, and so we have this, and so we have this cube, expand the cube measure groups, and say IT machine, and you can say delete. Okay, delete measure group, and again we want to deal by this XML script, and you'll see there's the XML script. Oh, okay, I did accidentally press the okay, so it already deleted actually. If we do this, it will be automatically deleted. Okay, so what we had a restore, right? We had a restore. Where is our restore? Okay, this is our restore. Let's run this restore. Okay, it's doing the restore. Then we're going to delete, and then we're going to restore again. Okay, 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 so because once we delete it, if I show you the last message it was showing, errors in the metadata manager, either measure group ID effect table doesn't exist because it's deleted already. So once it is restored, we should, okay, it's done, restored. Now we should be able to delete. Okay, F5. Okay, now it should be good. Okay, now don't forget to run your restore, because you already, this measure group is gone, so it will give an error while you're processing. So do the restore. Okay, F5 here, let him restore. So that's the end of the chapter, or session 9. I believe anything else? Nope. No. Okay. So in this session we go through the XMLA script and what is XMLA, create XML job to take the backups, process, introduction to XMLA, and I believe this is going to give you a kickstart to work with XMLA and do some research and everything. Okay, so thank you very much. I believe you enjoyed this session, and I'll see you next session. Next session is very, very important. Lot of stuff. That is our last session, but we have a lot of stuff to tell. I have some miscellaneous things and everything. So see you next session. Okay, bye.